We had a very cold spring, and the first part of the summer was really cold too. We are now in July and we have been struck with a heat wave, so it's really different. Some things didn't make it, and as you can see, some things grow. So let me show you what has happened. Here we have some cucumbers. I wasn't thinking they were going to make it, but this tiny plant has produced a tiny cucumber. And this one is starting to grow now, but once we had the heat. A box full of carrots. I know they are too close together, so I will need to do a little bit of thinning. But I was thinking I could wait a few more days. The first carrots. I know it's not big or much, but it's not ready to harvest anyway. But I did plant the carrots a little bit too close. You know, the seeds are so small, it's almost impossible to plant them with the right distance. So I have to do some thinning. And these little guys are perfect in a salad. So I look forward to that. Rhubarb harvest a little bit early because I had to leave, and now I have A lot of rhubarbs. I could make a second harvest, or I could just leave them and give the energy back to the plant root for next year's harvest. In this bed I planted some peas and beans before I left early in the summer, but then nothing happened. So a couple of weeks after that I got some new potatoes, so I planted them in this box. And then both the peas and the potatoes are growing. I'm not sure the peas will make it. They seem quite small down here between the potatoes. In this bed I planted some beans many weeks ago, and they did not come up, so I discarded it and planted potatoes here instead. But now the beans are sprouting and so are the potatoes. So this will be an interesting bed, a mix of potatoes and beans. Not a clue how that is going to turn out.